here we are with Rocky Point Ramblings video version.
This is a brand new thing.
First time.
Yeah, this is cool.
Isn't it great?
So what are we doing?
Are you following me? We're doing the radio, now we're doing this. Isn't it great?
You know what's great about it? I'm going to tell you what's great about it. This is Rocky Point Ramblings, but this is the video version. And what's cool about the video version is if we screw up,
we can
edit it.
Time out, start again. Well, actually, and one of the things that I think is going to be really, really good is because nobody knew at the beginning of the Rocky Point Ramblings radio show
a year ago
the direction that it would take, and
right.
so much of that has had to do with you coming on board and the interaction that we have with our listeners.
Right.
And now that a year later, now we're doing the video thing, and I know that there's no way of knowing which direction it's going to take, but it has a lot to do with the people who are watching and your interaction with us. So we're really looking forward to it. Basically, we do have an idea. We're not leaving it all up to you. That's just not in my nature.
No, she's kind of a control freak, folks, if you haven't noticed.
Well, they probably have noticed. Anyway, what we're going to be doing is we're going to bring you some current events. We're going to bring you what's coming up in the near future. We're also going to give you some news because you guys want to know what's been going on in the last week. We're going to try and stay on track and visit with you every week and let you know what's coming on and give you a recap of the week, but also some news that you don't get really anywhere else.
Right, and it's not a duplication of Rocky Point Ramblings radio show, which is a 2-hour show every Saturday, but it is in line with it. And we'll borrow some things from the Rocky Point Ramblings radio show, and we're going to add some things. Well, we can do some cool stuff with video.
We'll do some some interviews.
Yeah.
And you'll get them on the internet, and so you'll have them, and we'll bring interesting people. We just have, with video, a little more leeway in who we can bring to you and what information that we can provide for you as well.
I think
this is a perfect time for you to give them the sponsor speech and the sponsors.
Well, you know, the thing is that with the radio show, it's available to everybody in Rocky Point and worldwide via the internet because of the sponsors that support us. So we have about 11 sponsors on our radio show. That's separate. So now we have an opportunity for you to be shared worldwide with us, Rocky Point Ramblings video. And that's going to give you an opportunity to tap into the tens of thousands of people who listen to our radio show every week, but now can watch us on video. So if you're interested, give us a shout.
There you go.
How's
Talk to Russ.
Yeah.
We'll give him a phone number.
We'll give him a phone number.
Give him a phone number.
The local phone number in Rocky Point is 638-113-4591, or you can email me at MexicoRuss. That's pretty easy. Russ, Mexico, that's where I live. MexicoRuss@gmail.com. So that's a way for you to be a sponsor, a supporter. It's kind of like a Chan
And I'm part of the team. I'm part of the team. That's a way for you to
actually part of the family, because Rocky Point Ramblings has turned into being a family, which is really cool.
Very, very good. All right, we hope you like the show.
Let's go.
This week, the Health Department in Puerto Peñasco held a forum on teen sexuality and reproduction. Health services workers attended the forum with the intention of improving sexual education for youngsters, and it examines the behavioral trends in the region so as to provide better services. Health Secretary Bernardo Campillo Garcia was represented by Subsecretary Gustavo Lopez Caballero at the forum, at which family planning was also discussed, with themes such as teen pregnancy and teen birth control preferences, among others. Lopez Caballero stressed the need for educational programs that address the consciousness as well as sexual beliefs and habits of the city's youth. 17-year-old clan driver Roberto Alonso Moroyoki Lopez lost his life in Puerto Peñasco this week, bringing the tally of recent diving deaths to 4. Moroyoki was a resident of Colonia Nuevo Peñasco in Rocky Point. According to sources, the young man was in distress. When he surfaced, he was immediately transported to the hyperbaric chamber here in town, where he later died. A small fishing boat with 5 men on board was rescued after mechanical problems while out at sea on Friday. The small vessel was found by Naval Search and Rescue approximately 13 nautical miles west of Choya Bay. The men, all from Puerto Peñasco, were between the ages of 25 and 39. They were rescued without incident, thankfully. Profepa, the federal agency for the protection of the environment, has sanctioned several local resort hotels and developments in this city for infractions against the environment. Water runoff from showers, air conditioning, swimming pools, etc. were found to be draining into the Sea of Cortez in clear violation of regulations. In a note that is ironic in light of what I just told you about the resorts being sanctioned, the city of Puerto Peñasco continues to strive for federal clean beach certification, according to Mayor Alejandro Cepeda, who says that the city will work with the necessary agencies to meet all requirements so that we can qualify for the designation issued by the Secretary of the Environment and Natural Resources, known as Semarnat. If granted, Puerto Peñasco would be the first city in Sonora to receive the certification. When asked about the sanctions handed down against several Rocky Point developments and hotels, the mayor said that he, quote, trusts those involved will work to correct the problems that gravely affect the environment in the sea, which is our greatest resource, end quote. He also mentioned the importance of tourism to the city and the need to keep our beaches clean, taking the opportunity to call on all residents of Puerto Peñasco to do their part to help us earn the certification. I'm Rosie Glover, and this has been your Rocky Point News Recap.